Okay, we're live.
All right, great.
Yeah,
How's
we're
it going?
back. Not bad. We'll be talking about what I was just doing like minutes before this podcast, basically. I had to run around a bit because I've been neglecting some housework today, so that's why I was a little later, but yeah.
It's cool. I've been busy myself. It's pouring rain here, and I hate it.
Yeah, it's kind of like overcast here too. May long, so that makes sense. That's always a thing here.
All right, it's a holiday for you guys.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah, we
always
get a
shitty.
holiday like next week or the week after.
Yeah, you have Memorial Day the week after, I think, right?
I don't remember if it's the week after or if it's 2 weeks from now.
Yeah,
But
I
anyway,
don't know either. But yeah, no, nothing new with me. I'm still babysitting a cat, the extra cat. His parents come home, I think, this Tuesday after the long weekend. So yeah, he's still here and driving all of us, including my two cats, crazy. But it's been pretty fun. Nothing too special otherwise, though.
right on, right on. Once again, John's not here. He's now he's on another trip today, right?
I think he's on Runaway Guys trip, like
Yeah,
work
work
trip.
trip now
Yeah,
to record a bunch of stuff.
yeah.
Uh, he was home for like a couple days and then took off,
He
basically.
he was home enough to move and then left again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So the big uh, John Wheeler drought of 2019 continues
Yeah.
for at least another week or two, I believe.
Yep. I think so.
Um, but I want to get talking about what you were just playing because I want to talk about that whole thing. So let's just get into it.
Sure.
This is the top-down perspective for May 16th. I'm Sean Booker,
I'm Paul Fleck.
and the Division Two's raid dropped,
Today. Yep.
which is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Um, that's what you've been playing. That's what you were alluding to, correct?
Yeah. It's hard as balls, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah. So that when they announced basically it was coming earlier this week, like Monday or Tuesday,
Yeah.
and they announced when it was going to drop and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, cool. They've given me the goal I need. I now I know what I need my gear score to be.
Oh, what do you
Um,
need it to be? I didn't actually see the like
well, okay. So
specifics.
that's kind of two parts of it. They said you needed to finish. Actually, I think they just said you needed to finish World Tier 5.
Okay.
And I thought they had also said you need a gear score of 500, but I was seeing people that did not have that, but they were pretty close.
Yeah.
Um, anyway, so I loaded up my game again. I've been playing Division Two. I was 399, so I was basically 400.
Sure. Uh-huh.
So I just started matchmaking into random games, replaying missions. I was always getting people much higher level than me,
Yeah.
and every now and then I would get a nice person that at the end of the mission just dropped everything that they weren't using, which would up me a ton.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I was jumping like literally like 20 points of gear score each mission.
Cool. Good. Yeah.
Um, and then a lot of the times people wouldn't do that, and all I could think of was like, what is wrong with you guys? You have literally no use for any of this stuff.
Yeah,
Why don't you
crafting
just you can
materials.
like I guess, but for the most part, like you know exactly which crafting material you need. You know what's going to give you that.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of stuff you that this is just garbage for you guys. You might as well give it to the person who you can definitely see is like 70 levels below you. Like, come on.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Um, so just if you're out there and you're playing a loot game, help the little guy out. Like, it's not gonna kill you. Luckily, I did get a few pretty nice people. One person actually dropped a few level 500 guns for me, and then would not stop shooting me until I picked them up.
Yeah, okay. That seems about
So
right.
that was, but anyway, it's currently 465 ish.
Okay, cool. Yep.
So my plan is, well, my plan was, let's do it on Saturday with me and
Yeah.
my bud, and which is a huge bummer.
Yeah.
Because I actually have to coordinate online with people
Yeah.
and maybe even talk to them with my headset, which I was just hoping to not do.
Sure.
Um, so yeah, no matchmaking, but hopefully I've been kind of like on Reddit and stuff trying to like find people, and hopefully I'll have 8 on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
But today I was like, let's watch some streams. Let's watch some people do it. I actually watched the first people to do it finish it.
Oh yeah, okay. I can't remember the
Uh,
group name. I saw it in a post somewhere.
it might have been like Pog or something like that.
It
We have
was
it down in
something.
news. We can check later.
Okay.
Um, that raid looks impossible, and there's no way I'm going to finish it.
It's very hard so far.
Yeah,
That
I'm
first
like just
boss.
watching people. Some people were at it all day and like
Yeah.
not making progress. Like it seems so rough.
Yeah.
Um, and I just know that I'm not even in a state where I'm like thinking about like proper loadouts and proper like skill combos and everything. Like I haven't needed to do any of that.
Right.
Like, yo, I'm gonna switch to my DPS class, and I was just like, what? I This is a whole other level of what I was playing the Division with.
Yeah.
So my current goal is to just see how far I can get with the raid and just kind of be a part of it.
Sure.
And there's no way I am ever beating that raid.
It's really rough in a way I was not expecting. Yeah.
It
It's
seemed like
tough.
it was surprising a lot of people. Like people were not expecting it to be like a real ass raid.
Yeah, no. Nobody was expecting that. Man, it is a weird thing. So, yeah, first of all, I'll tell you the thing I do like. I do like the old MMO feel of being in general chat saying, yo, we need 3 more for the raid, who's in? And then getting a bunch of whispers from people, just like, I'll join or whatever. And
What is general chat?
the general chat, the chat room that everybody can access, but that you should probably have muted at all times because it's where racist shit happens otherwise.
Where's that?
It's just part of the chat rooms that you have in the PC version. I don't know otherwise on console though.
Are you talking about like the social spaces?
I don't know how they do it. There's like literally just a chat box on PC.
Okay, I don't think that there's that on the console.
Yeah, on console I was assuming that you probably form groups for stuff, right? And then you can like use voice or whatever.
I've exclusively played it while having an Xbox party chat going on, so
Right.
I've never been able to hear anyone else, so I don't actually know.
Sure, got you. Okay. Well, either way, general chat is where a bunch of people are kind of like forming parties or whatever. Where Ubisoft has failed is that there's no easy way when somebody is like looking for you or like messages you to even like target them. What I've had to do is write down their name, open up the Uplay client, search for them, add them as a friend, and then invite them to the raid. And that's a bummer. So
Sure.
I would like a little bit of automation there where I don't mind the no matchmaking thing, but like let me click on this dude's name and bring up a menu that says invite to raid right away or something. Like this weird bunch of hoops I have to jump through to like get this person in a party is hilarious. Also, you can invite people to raid that are nearby, like quote unquote nearby, which is basically anybody in the White House area. But the problem is the people that are nearby where you start the raid are starting their own raid because that's why they're there. So you're not like, they're never going to invite your invite because they're trying to do their own thing. It's weird. It's really weird how it's set up. It very much is like you should be in a clan, because then if you're in a clan and you start a raid, your clan list is there. You can just invite everybody just like right away. And then whoever is in and you can just go right away. That's the way I think they intend it.
I'm not in a clan.
Right.
I've had no need for one. I was looking at some clans. I was just kind of going through the list while I was killing time the other day.
Yeah.
Saw some great names such as Knocker Grabbers.
Okay, that's a good one.
With the description of grab them by the knockers.
Great. Yeah.
Yep.
That's about right.
I saw one. They decided to call their name the Flu Flux Clan, which I don't even know why you would do that.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't even get that. So, anyway, still not part of a clan. So far, it's been just like randomly friending up with people on Reddit, and then hopefully we'll just have 8 come this Saturday.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
yeah, it's
a bummer that I'm definitely not gonna get anywhere with this. How far did you make it?
The first boss, dude. No, that dude is insane.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not gonna give out the thing just in case people are listening. They're like, "Hey, I want to try that raid out," because half of the fun for me was figuring that boss out. But that boss has a mechanic where he is almost impossible to kill. Period, and it's fucking irritating. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
understand there's
bad.
4 bosses. A lot of
Yeah,
people were stuck on the first boss. And then a lot of people were stuck on the last boss. I didn't really get a clear idea of what the middle 2 ones are, so they must be a bit easier, I guess.
must be. Yeah, the first boss is
Um,
very pretty mechanically easy, but he's a test to see how much damage your group can put out. So if everybody's not there, then you're fucked. Like basically, it's crazy his
yeah, I guess
healing
I'm not
thing.
sure if people are curious because I know I was wondering, like, are there going to be puzzles?
Mm,
Um, and there aren't so much puzzles as it's a lot of like you need to like stand in a certain area for some time. At least this is how the fourth one I was seeing. I was seeing the majority of players on the fourth one. It was like standing in a certain area until something would open, like a target.
mm,
Then you need to dump a ton of damage into that target before like the timer runs out. There's not like a visual timer, but there is something like that there is a certain amount of urgency. And if you don't, a lot of things will just kind of reset.
okay,
Um,
weird.
so it was a lot of like trying to beat the clock. And then while that's happening, every step of the way, there's additional waves of enemies running out.
It's really the enemies that are crazy in this. They hit so fucking hard in this thing. It's crazy. Everything about this raid feels like I know that they did the like race to first or whatever, where the first
Yeah,
group to take down the raid would be immortalized in the White House and blah blah blah. So I'm under the impression that next week's patch they're probably gonna tune it down so people can like enjoy it normally and not just the hardcore. But because right now
maybe.
it's very hard. It's like I
I
don't
could
know.
also see them like keeping it real hard because like that's what it's supposed to be. Is it's supposed to be the hardest thing in this game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe. It's very difficult. It's fun though for what it's worth. Like you actually have to coordinate, and that's something that you don't really have to do through anything else in that game. So
Sure.
there's
Yep.
that.
Which is why I think it's gonna like just knock me on my ass because I've been so casual with this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
so yeah, we'll see how I do on Saturday when I give it a shot.
yeah. We'll have to catch back up next week and find out.
Yeah. Are you gonna try? Do you think you're gonna beat it before they turn it down?
I
If they
mean,
do,
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to jump in with more groups if I can, for sure.
any any idea if it like kind of checkpoints? Like if you beat one boss, can you like stop playing the game and come back and you don't have to play that boss again?
I'm assuming it probably saves you to an instance of it, like other MMOs would, where yeah, like your checkpoints say after Boomer if you beat him, so you can no longer like play up to Boomer, if that makes sense. You would have to start like later because you've
What if
already.
you want? What if you were playing someone else's game though?
That's
Then could you
what.
play before Boomer?
Yeah, that's what I'm not sure of. I haven't really read anything about how they're doing that yet, so I'd be curious to know that as well. Maybe you can, and then you just don't get any loot off of him because you've already gotten your loot off of him for the week. Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, are you supposed to run this thing every week?
Yeah, it resets every week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been playing anything else?
Yeah. I've been playing A Plague Tale: Innocence, and it's great. It's actually
Okay,
wonderful.
I was seeing a lot of trailers for this,
Yeah.
and the vibe I was getting, not from like the type of game or the themes in the game, but it kind of fit the part of my mind or my thought space of last year's Vampire,
Oh, really? Okay.
of just this like kind of like off the beaten path, no one's talking about it, and it's kind of about like some like kind of dark-ish, serious-ish topics.
It's actually more like Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, like in a lot of ways,
Right. Well, gameplay wise, right?
and like theme wise, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to compare it that way. I was just saying, like, for whatever reason, it was hitting this part of my brain that Vampire was.
Like where
but
nobody's talking about it.
yeah, nobody's talking about it, but it
Yeah.
kind of seems real interesting. Like there's something grabbing me, but like yeah, it was in that list of games.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing to do with the gameplay, but now let's actually talk about the gameplay. I'm
Sure.
intrigued.
Yeah, it's first of all, it's a very story-based action stealth game, I guess is the thing. You play a sister who's trying to like save playing a young girl who's trying to protect and save yourself and your little brother after your family home is attacked by Templars during the Black Plague and they're chasing your brother for some reason. Um Obviously I'm not going to get into story stuff because that's
Well,
like
wait,
a
isn't
huge
from the trailers? It seemed like he had the plague
he
and they
has
didn't want it spreading, but your family obviously doesn't want him to get killed with everyone else.
so this is a story thing. He has something.
Okay, don't
Yeah.
go further into that. Then I was just going from what I got from the trailers, and I guess that's mistaken.
Yeah. I guess like the way I will put it is he is of importance to the Templar for some reason due to something in his blood. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure either what it is. Like I am I think a few
He's
chapters from
clearly
the
the
end.
Rat King that is controlling all the rats.
I think they might be going that way. It's weird. I
It's a
don't
little
know
weird.
though because yeah, the way some of this shit is, it's super weird and I don't understand like what he has to do with any of it. But he has a lot of like weird episodes where he gets a headache and he can't like move and then she has to carry him and blah blah blah. So there's definitely something going on with something in his blood. They refer to it by some name, but I don't remember what that name is. Um
Oh, speaking of headaches, I have something I want to talk about. So remind me about that when you're done.
Headaches. Okay, sure. So yeah, most of the game is you going through these terrifying areas of people trying to hunt you down or rats trying to eat you because there's a lot of rats that like eat people and things that are alive in this.
It's the Black Plague. Like that's
Yeah.
how it traveled primarily with
Yeah.
hella rats.
Yeah. So it's gross. There's a lot of gross parts and a lot of kind of scary parts and you're just trying to sneak your way through and survive kind of like Brothers. That's kind of like how it plays basically. More stealthy though than that game was.
How's the soundtrack?
The soundtrack is amazing. The music
Oh,
is
really?
actually phenomenal. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting because we got like often at the office we'll get like collector's editions sent to us,
Yeah.
and we'll just kind of put like all the accessories up on like a shelf that's free. Like just take this because we know we don't need it in
Uh-huh.
the office. And we got the Plague Tale one, um, and that just included like a vinyl of the soundtrack. And I was like, oh, it's kind of cool. I
Weird.
don't know anything about this soundtrack, but that's there.
So like the soundtrack is like score music. It is very moody, string quartets and like big band actual music, not just like OST like anime music video type shit or anything. They're not like
Right.
rock songs, right? They're like very much of
Yeah, I
that
wouldn't
like
expect
era
them to
of
be.
that era like songs.
Yeah, instrumental kind of like melodies, I'm assuming.
Very ambient, yeah. Um it's really cool though, the way it punctuates a lot of scenes. Then this game is pretty much just seeing the cool part and then like playing through some maybe admittedly monotonous gameplay here and there and then seeing the next cool part. So I do like it a lot. I could see if somebody would make the argument that they don't like how the game plays because there's a lot of just like hiding in tall grass, throwing a thing to lure a guard so that you can like walk past him or maybe murder him depending on like what you're trying to do or what you have to do. So yeah, the gameplay can be hit or miss, but every time there's like a story beat, it's like really well done and I really enjoy it. It really feels like the next version of when Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice came out, they were touting this
Man,
like
you are referencing a bunch of games I like.
yeah, they were touting this like rise of the double A game industry of just like not quite like top tier and not quite indie, but somewhere in the middle. This is definitely one of those somewhere in the middle games for sure.
Right. Right. But you're also forgetting the triple I.
The triple I, yeah, that's one as well for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really good. It's hard to talk about without getting into spoiler territory, which I don't want to do because that's a majority of the gameplay experience for sure. I do think some of the writing at the very beginning specifically soured me on some stuff and felt a little bit lazy, but they've made up for it since with like some decent stuff going on. So it happens. It's whatever. Uh, yeah, that's a what is it? I think a $40 game. Like it's a cheaper game, and I think
Yeah,
it's
I do remember seeing that. And I think I was seeing it even on sale for like low 30s this week.
yeah. I'm a little bummed out that it's getting a little overshadowed, I guess, by Rage 2. Even though I haven't heard glowing things about Rage 2 either. To be fair, but
Right.
yeah, I highly suggest people maybe check it out. A
I
Plague
mean,
Tale.
this game is never going to like draw in all the eyes, even
No.
if we were to like lump it in with the brothers, which one could argue is the best of these. That's still not going to put up the same kind of numbers that even a mediocre over the top shooter like a Rage 2 is going to do. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So.
I think the nice thing about Brothers 2 was it was only like 2 hours long. Like it was very like you're in and out and you get the story, you get the emotional resonance, and like it worked well. The pacing was very good. This game feels like it does drag in some spots, and I'm sure that's.
Did you beat it?
I'm chapter 11, and I think there's 17 total. So I have one more session ahead of me.
How long is that gonna? Or how long? Do you know how long it takes to beat? Then
it took me 5 hours to get to where I am, so that seems about.
Wow, this is length. This is gonna be like 8 to 10.
Yeah, so let me tell you, out of that 5 hours, I think maybe 3 is probably very solid, and there's probably at least 2 to 3 of filler. So
Okay, not a great ratio, but okay.
it's not great, but I think it hits some good highs and some like neat stuff going on for sure. It does horror very well, not like in a jump scare way. No, not like a scary jump scare or like way, but like you just feel uneasy and shitty all the time. Like it's just a bad situation. You never feel good in this place.
If I'm brave enough to play Hellblade, can I play
this is way less scary than Hellblade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, cool. Hellblade gets messed up.
Hellblade has an area that I was like, oh fuck, this is terrifying.
Right. Yeah. I remember there's something with like
the beast,
fire and sound or something.
No, it's okay. I was talking about the one that's like pure black, except for like something jumps out at you every now and then.
Maybe, yeah.
The like beast's lair.
I just remember something like attacking me in like a barn or something. But I don't know. It's been a while since I played that game.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing this week.
All right. For me, apart from Division 2, I'm still playing Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Primarily, I'm letting itself play itself.
Okay.
I even have it on right now, and it's going through the towers for me, which is cool.
Wait, what?
Yes, you can pick any of the towers at a time and just turn on AI fighter.
Oh.
It'll just go. And if you want to make sure you'll win, you can give it consumables to use, which are these unlockables you get throughout the game in various different modes. And they're like special attacks on a timer to the point of like Raiden will come help you fight like a tag team fighter.
Amazing.
You just hit up on the D-pad and Raiden will come in and like electrocute the guy, and then he'll like jump back. They're like high five or whatever.
Okay. Weird.
So like so far I've beaten 2 towers since we've been playing.
Oh, cool. All right.
Which is pretty good. I've pretty much given up on the crypt.
Yeah.
Because that seems like it's going to require a shit ton of grinding.
Yeah.
Which I'm just not interested in doing. But whatever. I'm getting kind of near the end of my time, I think, with Mortal Kombat 11. I'm probably just going to like wrap up some achievements by letting the game play itself.
Sure.
Oops. I think I just turned it on to that I'm going to play it, which I am not going to play this game. Get me out of here.
Who plays games anymore?
Yeah, exactly. Kind of continue with that. SteamWorld Quest, I'm still playing. I'm getting very close to the end of that. That game is very good. I recommend it quite a bit. I'm also looking forward to finishing that so that I can finally play our Patreon game, because I haven't touched that yet because I wanted to get SteamWorld Quest out of the way. And I do want to get to Katana Zero.
Yeah.
What I probably spent the most time with, outside of grinding in the Division, was the new episode of Life is Strange Season 2 dropped.
Yeah, I actually didn't know this was dropping until people were saying it was already out. So, yeah, I
Yeah,
guess that makes sense.
I liked it quite a bit. It, I think I really like the whole kind of like road trip aspect in terms of like every episode is a completely new environment, a completely like new set of dangers or obstacles that you have to kind of go through.
Okay.
Um, this episode takes place in Northern California, and you're working on a weed farm.
Okay.
And obviously, this is I guess it's 2017 now, so weed is still illegal in California, whereas current day it's no longer illegal.
Right. Yeah.
But they're talking about stuff like, oh, it's going to get legalized any day now, and we're going to lose our job and stuff like that, and blah 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 blah.
Right.
But that's where you're currently hiding out, and just like weird shit happens and powers and stuff. And I am really enjoying this season. I think it is so far quite a strong follow up to the last one.
What is your favorite episode so far out of the three?
That's hard. I'm trying to even think of. Okay, I'm trying to think what happened in episode one. That had like the gas station, and then oh yeah, then they escape. Okay, um, they're so different. Uh, I don't want to like say why because it's such a story heavy game of like
Sure.
who you're
Yeah.
hanging out with. Um, I maybe I'll just say this one. This one I definitely finished off really strong. I thought I had a lot of really good kind of quiet character building moments,
Okay.
along with a lot of the tensions are definitely getting high between the brothers. Daniel, the younger brother who has the power, is he kind of does not want to be getting babied around anymore,
Mm-hmm.
and like more people are finding out about his powers and he wants to show off, but that's obviously dangerous for the boys and whatnot. So I'll say this one, but two has some really cool moments with where you're at geographically and kind of the people around you, and it ends on such a cool uh like oh my gosh moment. So does this one, but two's really stuck out to me. So it's just a good season. I just recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
If you like Life is Strange 1, you should definitely play Life is Strange 2.
Cool.
And what else is on my list? All right. Um, I played a game called Marooners because it was
Mm-hmm.
on Games with Gold. This is a game that came out, I guess, originally in 2016. So that just goes to show you how great Games of Gold is
Yeah.
these days. Um, this game sucks.
Oh. Okay.
uh, I specifically ended up just playing it because I knew it had co-op. It's Fusion Frenzy basically. It's just a mini game collection that you can play with your friends. That's kind of janky.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But it
it's
sucks.
just yeah, it sucks because it's like not really janky in a good way. It just feels like
Oh.
underdeveloped. It kind of really feels like Fusion Frenzy, where it's like things aren't like animating at 100% properly, or you're kind of slipping off edges. It has the same problem with some Mario Party mini games of like the handling just kind of sucks enough that you're never quite feel in control. Um, and yeah, but it's a totally inoffensive game. I wasn't expecting much from it. It's a silly party game.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
why not get some achievements.
Yeah.
On the other hand, though, I started playing For the King,
Okay.
which I believe came to games with Game Pass. I think that's how I have access to it.
Okay.
And this game is pretty cool. This game came out last year originally, and it's basically like I guess the easiest way would be like an interactive board game with RPG elements.
Okay.
So the world, first off, there's several different worlds you can choose from, which are I guess campaigns would be kind of a good way to put it. Like you can pick like the icy campaign, and then that'll have its own little mini story and whatnot.
Yeah.
Um, I think from some of my reading and from some of the achievement descriptions, a lot of the same kind of enemy beats or character moments will be the same throughout the campaigns, but it'll still be like a different area you're exploring with different enemy types and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the bosses I think might be the same. Anyways, I'm just playing the default campaign, whatever that one was. It's like a I don't know, foresty kind of area, but the whole map is set up in like a hexagonal grid,
Okay.
and each turn, like it's you and up to two people co-op. I'm playing just with one other person co-op.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of roll to see how many like movement slots you can move, and then you can move into other enemies that are on the screen, and then it turns into just like a turn-based, Final Fantasy style combat. You get loot. You equip different weapons, different armor pieces, different items. Sometimes when you're moving around the map, random things will just pop up and be like, "Oh, hey, there was like a buried grave here. Do you want to loot it?" And you can get stuff that way. And there's caves that'll be like kind of like a series of battles that you make your way through, and there's bosses and stuff like that.
Hmm.
The art style is pretty cool. It's all kind of, I don't know, it looks almost clay like. It's really soft, soft color palette, very cartoony. I like when every time you equip a new item or new weapon, it shows up on your character on the map as well. So you can see that. You can get a bunch of goofy hats and goofy masks and stuff like that.
Okay.
You can even get like a ship, and at all times, a kraken is chasing you. So it's just kind of dangerous to be on the ship, although the ship can move a lot faster if you're trying to get around the world. The campaigns are pretty big. I'm surprised how much there are in one campaign, and then compared to how many campaigns there must be like at least probably close to 10 campaigns.
Oh,
And I
wow.
probably put a good like 2, maybe even 3 hours into one campaign, and we're not done yet.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting near the end, but I want to say we have a solid like hour, maybe hour and a half to go,
Wow.
if I had to guess. Uh, yeah. But again, like I said, I think a lot of the campaigns are similar in the kind of this soft story beats. So I don't know how much I would want to play another campaign, but at least there's that option of kind of seeing a whole different map and stuff like that, because the map is clouded, and you do have to kind of like explore and find out what's going on, and there'll be different areas and whatnot like that. So it's very board game like. Um, and I would recommend it. It's a pretty cool game to try out, especially if you have people to play with. It's on Game Pass anyway, so if you have Game Pass, why not?
Yeah, for sure.
And that's for the King, and that's all I've been playing this week.
Cool.
So let's run down some news.
Yay.
Yeah, so the raid happened, and they're already talking how they're going to add matchmaking. That was part of this news story I came across.
Okay.
I'm trying to see. Yeah, so I think the clan name was POG, whatever that stands for.
POG. Okay.
I'm trying to see how long it took. The Pog clan, whatever. Uh, but yeah, kind of the news on this story was that they are going to add matchmaking, which is great for me because I don't want to play. I don't want to have to talk to randos.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, we talked primarily about the raid earlier, so
Good for them.
we can.
That's actually
Yep.
an achievement, like for real.
Yeah, no, I was watching for a while. There's apparently at the very slight spoilers for the raid. One of the objectives at the end, you have to shoot these like 4 nodes
Mm-hmm.
that keep popping up at different times. And if you don't do it fast enough, the whole screen just blows up and everyone dies, and you have to start the boss fight again.
That's hilarious. It's pretty good.
Like, and it happened to them, and I was just like, holy shit, that must be so heartbreaking. Anyway, the Sega Genesis Classic, they've revealed another 10 games for it.
Yeah, I saw
I
this.
guess it's not the Classic, it's the Genesis Mini.
I didn't read this list yet, though. Okay.
So the list is Mega Man, The Wily Wars.
Wow. Okay.
Street Fighter 2 Special Champion Edition. Sonic Spinball.
Fuck yeah, my
Fantasy
boy.
Star. Fantasy Star 4.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond Oasis. Ghouls and Ghosts. Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle. Golden Axe. Vector Man. And Wonder Boy in Monster World.
We actually called a bunch of these, weirdly enough, on a TDP episode. I remember John specifically says Mega Man, the Wily Wars. I wanted Sonic Spinball, but I didn't think that was going to happen. I think we both said Vector Man. That's kind of cool. Good stuff there.
I'm trying to see what the full list, like how many do they have left to... It's coming with 40, and they've revealed 5, 10, 15...
30, right?
They've revealed 30 of them.
Yeah.
Have they revealed the price on this thing?
I don't remember if they have.
You can pre-order it. Yeah, $80 American,
Right. Okay.
which I think was cheaper than the PlayStation 1. Wasn't that $100 or something?
Probably. That sounds right.
Skull and Bones, that pirate ship game from Ubisoft, has been delayed.
That's too bad. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I want to play it.
Okay. I'm definitely not, as someone who just gets bored of those segments in Assassin's Creed.
Oh, they're my favorite segments in Assassin's Creed.
Oh, geez. Okay. You should play Assassin's Creed Rogue.
Rogue? Is that all it is?
It's not all it is, but it's heavily. There's a lot of the boat stuff in that one.
Hmm.
Anyways, basically that's the news. They've delayed it. They haven't said when till. They just said they want to focus on making it better. So
Okay.
they're pushing
Respectable.
it
Sure.
back. The Steam Link app for iOS has finally been released.
Yes, thank God.
This was going like back and forth for a while, like almost probably like 2 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
It's been on the Android store for a while. I'm kind of curious what agreement they came to, because it had sounded like Valve didn't want to be giving like 30% of the revenue to Apple, which I guess Apple requires for apps is to get 30% of it. So I wonder what kind of agreement they came to. But anyway, that's the thing you can do. You can now play your Steam games on your phone with whatever Bluetooth controller you want, I guess.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of news on the Devil May Cry port that's coming to Switch. Primarily that it is going to be Devil May Cry 1 from the HD collection, basically just broken off from the collection. It'll be digital only, and there are currently no plans to port 2 or 3.
Bummer, man.
Which I'm sure is just, like official talk for, of course we'll do 2 or 3 if this sells well, and then we'll do all 3 of them in one if those are selling well as well.
Yeah. I would think so.
Why wouldn't they?
Yep.
But yeah, that's good to hear. It's the HD update, not just the PlayStation 2 game, but that makes sense.
Yep.
This was kind of a cool news story. The Nintendo Switch in Japan has surpassed the PlayStation 4 sales in Japan.
Yes.
Which is kind of crazy. The Switch has been out for 2 years. I'm trying to. How long has the PlayStation 4 been out? It must have been 6 years this fall. Does that sound right?
Yeah. I think so.
2013, right?
Yeah.
This fall it'll be 2013. It'll be 6 years. And in or unless they didn't have, I think they had worldwide release. I think it was all the same.
Mm-hmm.
So the Switch has now outsold the PlayStation 4. I'm sure it's only a matter of time before it does it elsewhere. But that's pretty crazy how well they're doing.
Yeah, no, it is crazy for sure. I'm just seeing if there's any like numbers here. At that link. Oh my God, this is so hard to read translated.
Oh, it's just because it's not like proper sentence structures.
Yeah. I mean, there are a bunch of numbers here, but I don't know. Because I see Days Gone specifically, like, in the title, so I don't know if these are, like, sales for that game. They must be. Because this is just Famitsu. In general.
All right, moving on. Next topic. The next Splinter Cell has kind of been leaked a bit, I guess. One of the voice actors, Julian, and I'm going to screw up this last name. I'm going to say Geraghty? Yes.
Okay.
Basically tweeted out saying, working on the next hashtag Splinter Cell with, who is this? Dan Hay and Roman Oriola.
Yep.
Yeah, Oriola in Leon. Can't wait for E3. Then he also added crossover with the Crew 2. I don't know, and only missing. I don't know what that has to do with anything. I guess maybe he was hanging out with some other teams. But
Yeah.
anyways, um, until then, there hadn't been a new Splinter Cell game, and I guess there is.
Cool. Sure. Why not? I'm excited to see what they have to show at E3 for sure.
Yeah, it's about time, and I feel like when they added in that Splinter Cell mission into Wildlands,
Yeah.
it just kind of made sense. Like they were
I
hyping
forgot
up
about
Sam
that.
Fisher in
Yep.
some way.
Mm-hmm.
This guy isn't the voice actor for Sam Fisher, is he?
He might be the new one because what's his name is gone, right? Hasn't Ironside been gone for years now?
No, they got him back for that Wildlands DLC. I remember that was a thing. They got Michael Ironside himself. That was why it was kind of like this seems like it could really happen. But you're right, it is Michael Ironside was the guy's name, so it's not
Mm-hmm.
whoever this guy is. I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, I'm looking at his like Twitter account. I guess he's a creative director at Ubisoft.
Oh, okay.
So you probably really shouldn't have said that. How does he know? Okay. Anyway, new Splinter Cell. Here we go.
Yeah.
This next one, I'm just kind of surprised it's even happening. They announced DLC for Moss, which was the VR mouse game.
Yeah.
That I like quite a bit. I'm surprised it's getting any more content because I felt like not many people were talking about it, primarily because it was a VR game.
It's free too.
Yeah, it's getting free DLC. It's coming exclusively to the Oculus Quest on
Oh.
May 21st, and then it's going to be coming to everything else at a later date.
Oh, okay.
Called Twilight Garden. The new chapter will test players with large environments, unique weapons, and a new realm of puzzles and enemies. I guess it's May 21st. I guess that's the Quest launch. It says the update will come to the Quest version as part of the game on launch, but will later release for all other versions as a free update. No word on the length or anything. But I guess the Quest is launching May 21st. I didn't know that. And then this will be a part of it. So
That's cool.
it's cool. Moss is a good game. If you have a VR headset, I recommend playing Moss.
Yeah. It looks very cute.
In more, I'm surprised I got DLC news.
Yeah.
Tetris 99 got the Big Block DLC.
Yeah.
Which is a $10 add-on that adds things like an offline mode and marathon mode. I've heard
Yeah.
some people being like, it's kind of weird that you have to pay $10 to play this offline. But on the other hand, this game was free. So I don't really know where to stand on this.
Like it's not weird to me at all because it's essentially just buying a Tetris game. Because as it is right now, the reason it's free is because you have to pay for the Nintendo Online in some way, shape, or form. So like, this makes sense to me. Why not?
Yeah. So that's kind of cool. I know that was something I would have definitely wanted. Because playing this on the go or on the plane would have been nice.
Yeah.
But I think I'm more of like, if I'm going to play some offline Tetris, it's going to be Tetris Effect.
Sure. I don't have Tetris Effect, so this is okay for me still, I think.
Next best thing. Yep.
Yeah.
And for those who don't remember, Tetris 99 is the Tetris Battle Royale mode.
Yeah.
So the offline mode, you'll be playing against, 98 bots.
Right.
Which means I might be able to actually win. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And last story, I didn't read too much about this, but it sounds pretty important. Microsoft and Sony, I'm just going to read the whole title here. Microsoft and Sony make nice, forge partnership for gaming and cloud services.
This is weird. This happened today, I think, so I've been skimming some stuff on it too. But I did not see this coming from Sony specifically. This does not seem like a Sony move. So.
Right. I specifically saw like Phil Spencer tweet out like, "Hey man, I'm glad to be working with Sony with the new Azure blah blah blah." And I was like, "I don't know what this is."
Mm-hmm.
But I will mark it down to talk about on the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to see like if there's anything specific I don't think they've even released that many specific stuff, so they're probably gonna talk more about it, I would assume, at E3.
I'm going to read a few things from this article. The agreement says that the two will jointly develop future cloud solutions within Microsoft Azure, or Azure, however you pronounce that. It also says that Sony will use Microsoft Azure for its own game and content streaming services, including a push to build better tools for content creators. The two are also committing to work together on semiconductors and artificial intelligence. So a lot of this could be like anything.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to unpack on, like, exactly how this is going to work. But for right now, it seems like this weird, like, armistice, like, lay down of weaponry sort of thing. Like, let's work together. Let's give peace a chance.
One kind of like tweet I saw, I don't know how real this is, but it was like Microsoft and Sony are teaming up to take on Google when it comes to the
Oh,
cloud streaming.
okay.
And it's like maybe like the streaming game wars are beginning.
Yeah, maybe. Because, like, I know Sony's really been pushing their PS Now, and it's, like, not good. It just doesn't work as, like, good as it should. I know, like, obviously Microsoft is looking into the diskless, medialess stuff just in general. So that, I think there's maybe some truth to that tweet, or to that idea at least.
Yeah, I'm going to read this quote from Sony president Kenichiro Yoshida.
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation itself came about through the integration of creativity and technology. Our mission is to seamlessly evolve this platform as one that continues to deliver the best and most immersive entertainment experiences, together with a cloud environment that ensures the best possible experience anytime, anywhere. For many years, Microsoft has been a key business partner for us, though, of course, the two companies have also been competing in some areas. I believe that our joint development of future cloud solutions will contribute greatly to the advancement of interactive content.
They totally are taking on Google, or at least, like, trying to, like,
I
stay
just don't even
afloat.
know what that even like means, because it's
Yeah,
not like they're gonna like team up to be like, and coming in 2021, it's
the X Station.
the play box,
Yeah, the
which
play
is your
box.
cloud streaming service that you can play on anything. Like I can't see that being an actual thing. So what is, are they just
Yeah,
like, are they gonna come up with, yeah, I don't know what that means. Like part of me makes it think of like, are they sharing technology so that they're going to make two separate streaming services, or are they going to make the exact same streaming service twice, but here's the PlayStation branded one and here's the Xbox branded one, but you know, after the start screen it's the exact same thing, but it's still two separate ecosystems, because of course Sony's not going to allow Xbox Live on a PlayStation, like how Nintendo is allowing Xbox Live apparently on the Switch. Like I don't
hmm
even know what that means.
yeah. Uh, I hope they have something huge at E3 that, like, is, like, taking some of this stuff into account or whatever. I don't know what, but, like, I hope
I'm
we
sure
get
they're going to
more.
announce some stuff. I believe Google is probably going to be having a presence there, so they're going to talk more about it.
Hmm
Because yeah, like Microsoft and Sony over here running around, Google's just over on the side being like, "I'm hungry."
Yeah, yeah. No kidding. Weird, man.
It
Weird.
is weird. We're in a weird time with games, and like, who even knows what's going to happen? Um, actually, okay. There actually is one more news story. I forgot to put it here, but we
Yeah,
should talk about the
Mario
Nintendo
Maker.
Direct that happened
Yeah,
yesterday. There was a 15-minute long Nintendo Direct all about Super Mario Maker 2.
yeah.
I'm going to give my quick impressions, and then I would love to hear yours.
Sure.
Holy shit, that game looks unreal.
That's pretty much where I'm at too. Yep.
I thought that was a great direct, because
Yep.
it was literally just that lady would not stop talking. It was just, here's a new feature that's awesome. Here's a new feature that's awesome. Here's a new feature that's awesome. Here's a new, like, it was like just a list of like, and it has this and this and this. And she just kept going for 15 minutes. Like they did not mess around.
Yeah. No, it's super,
Like,
super good.
what are some of the things you're excited about?
Oh, I mean, the big one, first of all, is I really, really want to do that multiplayer mode. That looks great.
Yeah, you can just make multiplayer games now, and also I guess play both. There's both versus multiplayer and co-op as well. So you
Hmm.
can design different worlds around. Are you fighting each other to do something, or are you working together to get something done?
Yeah,
Like holy smokes! Like we're getting to like a weird like little big planets amount of like content creation tools here.
it's so good. Also, in that regard, the fact that there's tags now, thank you. Holy fucking shit. Like, thank you for tags now where people can tag what their level is. And then it looks like the community after you beat the level, you can tag it as well. Because on that screen where you like give a thumbs up or thumbs down or whatever, there's a tag button. So it looks like you're going to be able to tag it as well. So yeah, that's cool. I like that there's a downvote. I know this is a thing that people like either like or don't like, but some levels are garbage and you should feel bad for making them. And that's just the way it is because I've been playing some Mario Maker 1 a few months back, and holy shit, there's a lot of garbage levels on that thing that I wish
Right.
I could
Sure.
downvote.
Sure.
So I like that. Um, there's a lot of really weird, little, very tiny quality of life things I think are great. For example, being able to stop the screen from panning and making like little rooms is a fucking game changer. You can make a level that's literally just like 50 tiny rooms one after another, and like the player can't scroll the screen over to like peek to see what's in the next room is
Sure.
huge. That's giant. Being able to set parameters to beat the level, so like you could just say this thing kill 100 of them or 50 of them or whatever, or
Yeah,
collect
like
100 coins.
challenges, like get to the
Yeah,
end as Super Mario
yeah.
or with a
Don't.
certain amount of coins and
One of them
stuff.
was don't touch the ground.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yeah, there was. Yeah, it's real good. Scrolling stages that you can like control completely is amazing.
Yeah, like the speed of the scroll and the direction and stuff like that. Yep, that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, of course. Slopes. Like actual slopes and conveyors going on slopes and stuff is really dope. Oh, game styles. And it looks like they might have room there, so if they want to add DLC, they could. Because Mario 3D World is a style because it's so different. You can't just like change like the same level. It has to
Like
like
at the
create a.
skin.
Yeah, exactly. So with that in mind, they could do Mario 2 as a game style, maybe. People were saying maybe Paper Mario as a game style would be kind of neat. Some like sprites and stuff from that, or like people were saying Mario 64. I'm like, nah, that's too far, I
It's
think.
too different. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
too
mean,
far.
World is like that, tuning it to more of the 2D sections of that.
Yeah. Maybe Yoshi's Island. Like I could see maybe that being a style of some sort.
I saw that post on Twitter that had Yoshi's Island. Yeah, maybe.
Hmm. Oh, the moon. The moon stuff. Holy shit.
The moon is very cool.
Changing the levels to like the nighttime versions and like having a huge effect. Not the underground. One of them is upside down. And maybe it was the underground. I don't actually remember. Like the night version of it is everything's upside down. The night version of the ghost house is everything's pitch black except for a little area of light around Mario.
Oh, that's right. It definitely changed things. One was like low gravity and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think what I was most excited about is that there's some kind of like story mode.
Story mode, it looks great. Yeah.
Holy shit! There's like and they're even calling it a story mode. Like that's great. And it said they're gonna have like 100 pre-made levels. So that's just like it's just like a new Mario game with new Nintendo designed levels. That's fantastic for
Yeah.
me at least.
Yeah, no, I'm like, and I was saying this to somebody too, how it sounds really lame for me to say, but I'm really excited to just play Nintendo Mario Maker levels for 100 things, like, and see what they did with the tools, and I think that's neat. So I'm looking
Yep.
forward to that. I'm trying to think if there was anything. Oh, the dry bone shell that you can go into the fucking lava with. Ah,
Oh, that was pretty crazy. Yeah, the new item, and if you ducked, you just turned into bones.
yeah, yep,
There's some weird things going on there. Co-op creating, that's not a thing I'm probably gonna get the opportunity to use,
yeah,
but
me
that's
neither.
cool. Like cool, I guess. I'm sure it's going to be exciting for some people.
I think the new themes look dope. Like the desert and snow theme looked really, really pretty. And the forest theme that we saw for Mario World was like pretty good. So I like the different backgrounds and stuff. I think those are cool.
You can have water rising and going down and stuff like that.
Yep. Oh right, the night
It's cool.
version changes like mushrooms to like poison mushrooms or zombie mushrooms that look like they hurt you. Probably a la Mario
There's a
2.
lot. There's a ton going on. I'm surprised Nintendo's not making a bigger deal about this game.
Yeah.
Uh, like, as far as I'm concerned, like Mario Maker should be one of their tentpole franchises at this point,
Yep.
with how cool that first game was. But I guess it's just kind of too new.
Yep.
But yeah, and it comes out next month. That's the craziest part is how
I know.
soon this game is.
I know. It's crazy.
June 28th. I cannot wait
I'm
to
like
get my hands on
giddy how like excited I am about this stupid game.
that. Yep. So yeah, good direct. I love that direct. It was a good time.
Very, very good. Yep.
All right, with that, let's do some questions. If you want to send in questions, it's topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Facebook group, the Discord, not the Facebook group, but the Discord channel, and John's P.O. Box. And I'll read this first one from Sarcasm that says, which new element of Super Mario Maker will be used in half of the levels during the first week it's out and will make you roll your eyes in frustration every time it comes up?
Oh, this is easy. I hate pick-a-door and pick-a-pipe levels, so of course pick-a-block levels are going to happen, where you get warped
Wait,
to...
what is that?
There levels in Mario Maker where it's just like, hey, this is level design. There's 4 pipes. Pick one randomly and see if you survive. Oh, you didn't? Start again and pick the next. Fucking bullshit. Just
right.
So now that there's the warp boxes that you can't get out of the room after you warp there from them, there's definitely going to be those all the fucking time.
Yeah, that makes sense. There was a random in the, I think it was the Super Mario 3D World theme where Mario just got a car.
Yeah, the car, that's right. Yep.
For whatever reason.
I don't think that'll ever make me roll my eyes in frustration. I think that looks
made
neat.
Me kind of think like all those stages that came out where they were like, don't press anything and you'll just win.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
But it kind of made it basically turned it into a runner, right?
Sure. Yep.
You're just constantly moving one way. I don't know. I couldn't really think of one that was like that was super annoying. I guess maybe just like I could see Meowser just getting spammed.
Yeah.
Like a whole bunch. Like, and here's like 8 Meowsers on the screen. Good luck.
Yeah.
Or whatever the biggest enemy is going to be. That's just the biggest enemy I could think of was Meowser.
I guess like a whole bunch of boom booms or something as well. Might be something.
The boom boom?
They're the ones that just like swing their fists around.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could just see like a whole bunch of those.
Sun? Just spamming Angry Suns?
Yeah, I wonder if Angry Sun will be used in all of the levels. I bet it will be. You're right. Yeah.
It was kind of funny listening to the lady like refer to all the characters by their like, I guess, official names because they're all nonsense.
Yeah.
But just the way she did like so professionally and just casually just being like, and now we've added Angry Sun.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
My favorite part is when she talked about Boom Boom, she called him the Mad Lad, and it was so good.
Oh, did I must have missed that.
It was really good. Here's the thing about Mario Maker. Everything in there is going to be frustrating. Fucking piranha plants were frustrating in the first Mario Maker after a while because people just spam the shit out of it. So, I guess like the little tornado things are probably going to carry you up into spikes in a whole bunch of areas. I could see that being a thing. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of weird trolley shit that happens. But
I mean, hopefully those get downvoted, right?
Yeah, they have their place, but I don't like them myself, so I hope they don't or don't get upvoted. But yeah. And last one from Hayes AC says, congratulations making it to the last episode. I hope John didn't miss the occasion. My question is, if you have to pass the torch to someone else to continue the podcast and become a ghost who will haunt the new third host, who would you choose? If you have to
I have
pass the torch to
no
someone
ideas.
to continue the podcast and become a ghost,
I have no idea. I have no one in mind.
this is a hard question. I get who who would you pass? I guess Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I
Are
would
we picking like celebrities?
I would pass him the
Just
torch.
anyone?
Yeah.
Um. All right. So you're gonna pass it to Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I want to pick someone that's obviously gonna complement what the Rock is bringing to the table.
Yeah.
Um. And it's still about video games, right? They're still gonna be talking about the games they're
Oh
playing
yeah.
every week.
Sure. Of course.
Okay. Um. I'm trying to like not pick just another actor,
Yeah.
but I'm probably just gonna end up picking an actor.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna pick Simon Pegg.
Okay. Yep. Have those two ever been in a movie together? Because I think they might have pretty good screen presence, and I don't
Yeah,
think I've ever
maybe
seen
Simon
it.
Pegg's showing up in like a lot of stuff these days.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think so. I know The Rock and Nick Frost have were in that wrestling movie that came out like last, or
Right.
maybe it was earlier this year.
And Simon Pegg probably visited the set at some point, so that maybe counts.
No, I can't. I don't think they have. Not off the top of my head.
Yeah.
What Johnson pick?
I mean, the real answer is probably Jack Black, since he's now a gaming YouTuber.
Oh, that's right. He is a gaming YouTuber, isn't he?
What the hell is his name? Jablinski or something like this?
I have no idea, but I could definitely see him choosing that name, like not ironically, just like this is a silly name.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
just
if I
go with that.
remember, I think it's his kid started the channel, but asked his dad to be part of it, so it's kind of like a joint operation. All I remember is that they put out one video saying Jablinski Games is going live or something, and they got like 4 million subscribers within a week.
Including you?
No!
No. Okay.
I should look them up. I'm kind of curious as to what they've done. So he might actually be too legit of an answer, which makes this question not funny anymore.
If you want to send in questions for next week, again, that is topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Discord channel, and John's P.O. Box. What's your game of the week?
Plague Tale Innocence.
And I'm going to give it to Life is Strange, Season 2, Episode 3. That'll do it. Thanks, everyone, for listening.
Yeah.
I don't know when John will be back, but we'll be back next week. So we'll see you then.
Yeah. Bye.